Welcome, everybody. I want to start out by saying all constitutional rights invoke none waived. Y'all know how I do for this video. Today, we're going to cover a couple of different things. I want to give you guys a little bit of education today on a couple of things so that we can get all the way on solid ground with, the whole thing that's been happening concerning my brother. And I also want to again thank the people who have contributed towards the GoFundMe. That GoFundMe is still up there for the people who would like to continue to contribute to the fund for the investigation. Now, today, what we're going to talk about is we're going to begin this video by talking about something called honeypots and honey trap operations. Honeypot and honey trapping operations. Now, one might ask, well, Mark, what is you talking about? What is a honey trap? What is a honey trap operation and what is a honey pot? So we're going to start there. The first thing I want you guys to know, and I'm going to put this in the most simplest way possible because I want everybody to be able to understand this. So all of my viewers that if you have a reading level that is on a fourth grade or third grade reading level, or whether it's on an advanced reading level, I want everybody to equally understand what it is that I'm conveying in these videos and what it is I'm explaining. I want everybody to know exactly what I'm saying. So we're going to talk about this honeypot thing. Now, to put it in the shortest way possible, a honeypot is a person that is sent to be your boyfriend or your girlfriend, whether if it's a male or female, boyfriend or girlfriend. And a lot of times the honeypot is sent by a government authority. A lot of times the honeypot is sent by a government authority. And one might say, well, why? Well, a honeypot is used to get close. Okay, a honeypot operation is used a lot of times to get someone close to the target in order to learn proprietary information, to maybe take over a business, or maybe to steal proprietary information, or maybe just to put someone down, to kill them because that person might be a threat to either some sort of national security or some sort of, thing like that. They might be a threat, or they might be targeted by a certain person who just want them stopped. Okay. Now, honey trapping has been around for a long time, since a long time. Many governments has used this to carry out certain plans. Now, in 1931, Greta Garbo starred in a film where she played a lady named Mata Hara, and basically this character that Greta Garbo played in that film was very, 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 very interesting because basically in the film, the character that Greta Garbo played, the character was a honeypot. Okay, the character was a honeypot, and the character's name was Mata Hara, and Mata Hara was basically sent to get some proprietary information. So this is what happened. So the French arrested her in the film on charges of spying for the Germans, based on their discovery through intercepted telegrams that the German military attaché in Spain was sending her money. The French claimed that the German was her control officer and she was passing French secrets to him, secrets she had obtained by seducing prominent French politicians and officers. In the film, she died by firing squad to send a message to other women who would try to do the same thing. So, a lot of times the honey trapping is a very effective operation. And let me say it again. A honey trapping operation in most cases is a very effective tool. Okay? And I'm gonna explain to you why. The reason why it's very effective because oftentimes the target will be presented with a person that they are amazed by, and so that they don't really want to believe that this person was sent. Okay, they want to believe that they honestly just met the person, because it's almost like, you know, getting your hopes up high and your hopes getting crashed down. You see what I mean? So basically, that's what these operations was used. And another way that these honey pot operations was used, it's not always used as like in a heterosexual situation. A lot of times it's used in a situation too where you might have a person that's married, like you might have a married man who have a wife at home, but then he might get sent a honey pot that might be a male, and then it's used for purposes of exposing the homosexuality relationship, you know, to the wife in exchange to control the person. So a lot of times the honey pot operation is to either gain control, and upon gaining the control, learn the proprietary information. Okay. And then after you gain control and you learn the proprietary information, if necessary, then you take the target out. Okay. You take the target out. All right. Okay. So now that I gave you guys a little bit of education on honey trapping and honey pots, this is what I challenge all of you to do. And I want you to meet me back in the comment section, because I'm going to be in there waiting for people to come in and talk about this, because a lot of you guys never heard of this before. And there might be some honeypot operations going on in your family right now. Okay. And you might not know about it. So after you get done getting your little education on this, all right, and digging into some histories of this and really looking into it to train your mind to be able to have the awareness for this here thing, then you're going to see just how real this is. All right. And then you might be able to go back and think of, well, wait a minute. Uncle Steve died 10 years ago, but the lady that Uncle Steve was married to, wait a minute. So you might be able to go back and put some things together. Okay, after learning this, after getting this education and having the awareness of how this works, because see, after this video, you're gonna be able to go do research on this thing and see how real this is and see how dangerous this is. Okay, and so this is another reason why I feel like arranged marriages is, I believe in that. I believe in arranged marriages and all of that, okay? Because what it does is it keeps out all of this trash. All right. So that's the first thing we talked about. We covered the honey pot. What a honey pot is, it's basically a person sent to give you an idea of a relationship, a sexual relationship. You lure the target with sex and with, you know, relationship, and you do your job. Okay, so that's what a honey pot is. So the actions of the honey pot is basically called honey trapping. Okay, so a lot of times if you see somebody get married and they marry somebody that's probably like overly beautiful, okay, something that they feel like, damn, I got that, or damn, oh, this person is, wow. Probably that's probably a honey. That's probably a honey pot. It's probably a honey pot. Okay, it's probably a honey pot. All right. Uh, Rule number one: choose them. Don't let them choose you. Choose them. Don't let them choose you. If they choose you, you better make sure you find out who they are, where they came from, what they like, where they like to go, what they like to eat. You better know everything about them, because if you don't, you could be sleeping with the enemy. Okay? So now that we addressed that, the second thing I want to address in this here video is I have a term that I have came up with, okay? And you know, some other people they use this term too, but it's not really popular. It's called jelly team. Okay. Now let me talk about what a jelly team is, so that way you guys know what a jelly team is. Okay. When I say jelly, I mean jealous. That's short for jealous. Okay. Now, a jelly team is a group of individuals, okay, that have a like agenda, all right, irrespective of what that agenda is. Those people come together, okay, acting as one and backing each other and acting as allies and partners and supporters of the same thing. Those people I call jelly team. Now, what we will not be doing on this here Deception Stoppers channel is we will not be entertaining any of the members of the jelly team, okay? That would consist of people that would be out to try to discredit me for their own personal reasons, okay? That would be anybody who comes out to try to condemn me or speak bad about me in any such a way, okay? And that will also be any distant relatives of mine or any of Moses's friends or family. Any of them distant friends, close friends, or distant family members, whomever it is, they will fall under that category as the jelly team. So if you come in the comments and you're bringing up their names and you're asking me, well, this person is saying this about you, guess what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to talk about Moses's friends in a negative light. I'm not going to respond to any of their inquiries of any of that, of trying to condemn me. But what I am going to do is this on this channel, we're going to focus on this investigation and we're going to see it through. All right. So that is the main focus of this channel, is to bring the awareness up to what actually happened. Now, a lot of people is saying, well, Mark is making accusations and Mark is making claims. I challenge you. I challenge you. I challenge you. I challenge you. People are saying that, oh, you're saying that somebody committed murder. You're saying that somebody committed murder. Okay. Well, last time I checked, I uploaded a video a year ago, basically, voicing a concern. Okay? Voicing a concern. Now, it was my brother who uploaded the video and who was speaking about poisons, you know, saying that I told him that he would be poisoned and this, that, and the third. Okay? All right? So the man is literally speaking from the grave. He's literally speaking from the grave. And it was amazing how that worked. How he was able to make that video, and then, you know, so everything has a way of balancing itself out. And, you know, good luck trying to discredit me. Good luck trying to condemn me, because the people have enough information to make their own mind up. I mean, for crying out loud, you have thousands of people, maybe even millions at this point, that seen the situation that took place last year. So they were already abreast on what was going on. So when this thing happened about him passing away, It was a continuation from something that had already started last year. So how can you come in and try to say anything about me and try to discredit me in any type of way when people can see for themselves? People are not stupid. They can see for themselves. Okay? And this is not the first time that something like this was done, that somebody was murdered and killed and targeted. Okay? Moses and I both know, Moses and I both knew that he was a targeted individual. Okay? We would talk about that. We would laugh about it. He would laugh about it. We would laugh and make jokes about it. We knew he was a targeted individual. And that is why, you know, that is why we made it public for him to exercise to show how strong and healthy he was. That's why we made it public to show him working out in the gym with me. That's why we made it public showing what he eat. That's why we made it public being at these restaurants and stuff and still showing how we eat healthy. That's why we made all of that public. Okay? Everything on this channel literally is basically telling everybody what really happened. Just go through these videos and look at all the hell that he had to put up with. He was a targeted individual. A lot of that was done on purpose. Okay? That's why a lot of those people that were a part of that were allowed to walk. Okay? They were allowed to get away with what they did. They were allowed to because it was all by design in the first place. They were all just taking orders. And they asses got caught, and it created all those lawsuits. Okay? It created all of those lawsuits, and we did that on purpose. We did that on purpose to show everybody. So he was being attacked for a long time. And that's why I knew I had to be there with him by his side. Okay? And that's when, you know, we got together, and me and a couple of other family members got together, and we decided that it would be best if I stayed by his side. And that is the whole reason why I said he's not safe in that video, because him and we already knew he was a targeted individual. We knew this. So for all of the people who want to try to condemn me, I'm not going to say your names because you don't get that much. You don't get that much. You don't get that much of my attention. And I most certainly is not going to go back and forth or arguing with someone whose wife got bent over a donut rack. Okay? Okay. So the best thing for any of these jelly team members, the best thing for them to do is to bag the fuck back. Because if you don't, okay, and you think you being cute, you're going to be met with fury that you ain't never seen. And I'm going to say it again, just to be clear, just in case you thought that you might have not have heard me right. I'm going to say it again, okay? And you could take it how you want to, all right? Any one of you fucks get out of the pocket and say anything that you can't back up, I'm going to turn your life upside down. Period. We going to be in court for many years just to create bills for you. Okay? Okay? Because that's going to be part of the punishment if you think you're going to get on the internet talking loose about me. All right? and trying to usurp and thwart my investigation and what I got going on. And let me tell my viewers, as my viewers know, that what we have going on in our investigation and with the investigation process, we cannot talk about the findings specifically. We cannot talk about our findings, okay? Because that will compromise our investigation. So we have gathered a lot of information and we have a lot more information to gather. We still got a long time. We still got a long way to go. We got a long way to go, and we're going to get there. And we're going to get there with continued support and with this hard effort. We're going to get there. Okay. So I want my viewers to know that everything is moving forward. And I thank you guys, but we will not be tolerating people trying to sabotage. I will not be going back and forth with no one. So anyone that's going to do their videos saying that they're going to do this video, do the videos all you want, because you're not going to get no response out of me. You're not going to get a rise or nothing out of me. You're going to get ignored. Okay, because you don't matter and your opinion don't matter. Okay, I was with my brother for all those years. I know what's up. I know a lot more than anybody. So can't nobody come and discredit me. All right. So with that being said, we covered the honeypots. We covered the jelly team. I'm not responding to nobody on the jelly team. Nobody. So, you know, the viewers, y'all can save yourself some heartache and don't get so caught up into these jelly team members coming up in these comments talking about, you know, trying to trigger y'all. Because a lot of these people is just trying to trigger y'all. Okay, they can't trigger me. I'm untriggerable. Okay. So, with that being said, all constitutional rights invoked, not waived. We're gonna continue to investigate. And we're going to bring these people to a creative kind of justice. This is going to be something new, okay? It's going to be something very new. All right, so stay tuned. And if you have any questions, comments, you know, leave it in the comment section. I'll be very obliged to address anything. And I challenge y'all, go find out about the honey trapping. For the sake of your loved ones in your family, for the sake of your aunts, your cousins, your mother, your father, your kids, whoever, go find out what honey trapping is all about. There's a long history of it. Until next time, all constitutional rights invoked, none waived, and we are out of here.